Good day, everybody. Welcome to the special flight we're doing. As part of the revamp of the cargo operations for the virtual airline I'm with, they're converting a couple Boeing 737-800s into freighters. So a couple of them are coming off of the FlyUK fleet, and they're going to be converted. And starting in November, they will be on the line flying cargo operations out of London Stansted. Today, tonight, overnight, when it's nice and quiet, we're going to be shuttling one of the aircraft down to Gatwick. We're going to do the second one next week. And we're here in Kemble, which is kind of northeast of Bristol in England. And we're going to be flying down to Gatwick. Short flight, but it is just a ferry flight for the aircraft. So let's hop on board and we can start getting everything set up. It is kind of dark down here. Not much happening on the airfield at this time. So we'll get on board. Let's turn the flashlight on. First thing we're going to do is they have pulled a ground power unit over. So we're going to go into there and we're going to get the cart hooked up. And then we'll run through everything. No passengers today, so it'll be a pretty easy flight. So while I wait for that, I'm just going to make sure my flight is done with no passengers. Alright, so back up to the overhead. So we have ground power available, so we're going to turn on the battery, close the cover, turn on the emergency lights, close the cover, and activate ground power. Ground power is now on. We'll go up top and turn on the dome light. And we'll start getting the aircraft set up and ready to go. So down here we have the parking brake. Parking brake is now active. Standby and battery power are on. As you saw, what we did over here, we're going to turn, we're on ground power. You can see the draw right now on all the gauges there. Lights, we're going to put on our position lights, so they are now on. It's our red, greens, and white on the tail. IRSs will come up top and set those to nav. Turn our flashlight off now as well. Passenger signs, we'll turn them on even though there's nobody back there. Electric hydraulic pumps will now come on. Yaw damper is on. Window heats are all on. Left aft fuel pump will come on. And that is off. So we will now start the APU. We're waiting for that to come up. Should see the EGT spike there in a second. It's down here. There she goes. She's starting to wind up now. So she'll peak, come back down. We'll get an APU generator available message. And we'll turn on the APU gens. Nice time to ferry the aircraft down. It's quiet. Weather's winds, moderate winds, 8 to 9 knots out of the west, and there is some low cloud cover. Here we go. We can turn on the APU gens. There's 1 and 2. APU gens are now on. Turn on the APU bleed. Packs can come on. Leave the recirc fan off at the moment. Isolation valve is open. So we set up our FMC now. And actually, first thing I'm going to do is get some lighting in here. There we go. There's that one. And the overhead is up here. There we are. So let's go to the FMC. We'll enter our position. Data is correct, although I think it updates Thursday. So we want to grab our GPS here. We'll go off the left GPS and put it into the computer. The aircraft now knows where we are. And that is all good. We can now go to our route. We're going to request our flight plan. And actually, no, we're not. I didn't do that, which is fine. We'll put it in manually. We are at EGBP. I'll enter that in, and we are heading to EGKK. And we are flight number UKV 9700 tonight. Alright, so over to page 2, our route for today's flight. We are going direct off. We're going to Malby. M-A-L-B-Y. M-A-L-B-Y. We're then taking the Q63 to Kennet, K-E-N-E-T. Oops, no. I'll put that in there. Kennet, K-E-N-E-T. And we will activate and execute. Well, they're going to order our departure. We're going to be departing off of runway 26. No SIDS out of this airfield. For our arrival, we're going to be going in on the ILS 26 left. And we are going in on the Bedig 1 Gulf. And we are going to transition at where we're going to transition? Willow. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be more than one option. No, Willow. And we'll execute that. So that is all now in. We can go to our legs. So there's our departure route. Siren, Mimba, then Kennet. And then from we'll put Bedak there. There we go. And it is all in. Alright, back to our performance. So according to our flight plan, our gross weight is going to be 46.1 tons. Our planned fuel for this flight is 4.7. Zero fuel weight to set. Our reserves are going to be 0.8. Cost index of 25, which is a standard for my airline. We're going to 15,000 feet, or flight level 150. Winds in cruise are expected to be 239 at 48 knots. Transition altitude of 6,000 feet. That's fine. I'm not worried about that. And that is all good. N1 limit. I'm now going to go into our little calculator. Do our takeoff calcs. So we are at EGBP, runway 26. Current weather. Alright, I'm going to load the weather from Gatwick. There's no weather information here at the Cotswolds. So temperature of, let's just make sure we got the most recent, 16 degrees. Barrow is 1015. Winds are currently 210 at 12. And runway condition is dry. And our planned takeoff weight was 46168. 46168. And we will calculate our performance data. Alright, so our cell temperature is positive 36 degrees. It is going to be a TO1, decelerated or derated takeoff. And flaps 5. Center of gravity is set. And our speeds are 117, 117, and 128. Again, we're empty. So we're going to have a low speeds. Distance remaining is 1,500 feet. Runway wind, as mentioned, is 210 at 12. And we'll go back. Make sure that's all accurate. There we go. So that is all now entered in. Let's go over to here. We're going to go FS actions. We're going to go fuel. Total fuel we're taking is $4713. So 4,700. We should be 46. One. That's good. That's good. Alright, we're not doing cargo or payload or anything along those lines. So normally we'd call up now, get our clearance. There is nobody online at the moment on VATSim, and we are on VATSim. So let's go down to the radios. 122.8. There we go. So we'll set the altimeters. 1011. They are set, and that is both sides and the standby. Fueling, loading, and boarding is done. Takeoff data is entered, and V speeds are in. Let's do our cruise. It was 15,000 feet, and our landing elevation out at Gatwick is 200 feet. There we go. MCP is set. 258 in case we need our heading. That is runway heading. Altitude will be 15,000 feet. And our indicated speed, if our V speed is 128, it'll be 148 as our initial. Come on. There we go. 148 is set. Departure we've briefed. We're going to be taking off to the southwest on runway 26. We're then going to make a left turn out to Malby, and then we head eastwards to turn into the arrival for Gatwick. So flight directors are now coming on. Radios are set. Doors close up. So release the stairs. Again, APU is up and we're on APU power. So the stairs should be coming down. Doors closed. We'll get the ground equipment away, so chocks will be removed. Ground power. Was ground power removed? Yeah, ground power has been removed. So we're on aircraft power now. And push and start. Well, we're clear to start. We will turn on the anti-collision and the logo. So everything is up and going. And we are ready for engine start. Kemble area traffic, Skyways 9700 on apron Delta, engine start on the stand, Kemble. Alright, before we do that, we are going to set ourselves here to 10 miles, traffic, data, and terrain. And then we're going to center, set you for 20 miles and traffic. Back up overhead, fuel pumps coming on. We don't need the center pumps as there is no fuel in the center tanks. Ignition mode selector is set to both. And engine 2 start switch to ground. Hi Nick, how's everything going? Why do we have no engine spin? Oh no, we got EGT coming up. Let's see. What am I missing here? That's on. Oh, packs are off. Is that it? Well, yeah. See there? Oh, there's a little hint if you're flying the 737. With the packs on, it didn't have enough bleed air to spin the engines up. Oh, you just got home. Oh, excellent. Yeah, we're doing our first little ferry flight over to Gatwick from Kemble. There's fuel going on. Yeah, it was PAX. I caught it. Menu, FMC, and legs. There we go. Engine 2 firing up. Next week, Tuesday night, again, we're taking the second airframe over to Gatwick. And then for the 2 Tuesday nights after that, my plan is to fly the converted freighters up to Stansted from Gatwick. So short little hops. Alright, starter cutout. It's coming up, so we'll go over to engine number 1. It's ground start. So we'll go take a look at the traffic at Gatwick right now. See what's happening there. 3 aircraft scheduled on the board to go out, and 3 aircraft on the way in. Not sure where they are in the world at the moment. Alright, adding fuel. There's engine 1 coming online. And we've got starter off. She's up, and she seems to be saving one. Oh, I don't. No, that L is a. That L is a mistake. EGBP Kemble. It's out by out near Bristol. Let me fix that. That little L got dragged along there. That should fix it. Hopefully that'll update and correct itself. Anyway, both engines are online, so generators 1 and 2 will now come online. Engine 1 and 2 start switches to continuous. Probe heats coming on. Wing and engine anti-ice not required today. Engine 1 and 2 bleeds coming on. Packs are coming on. Recirc fans to auto. Isolation valve to auto. APU bleed air and APU off. Flaps 5 is what we want, so we're gonna go to flaps 5. So selected and flaps in transit. Elevator trim. According to this, we want oh geez, what a name, Kurgericious. Yeah, it's going to be November 1st it hits. So we fly these ones down to Gatwick for the conversion, and then the last half of October we're moving them from Gatwick to Stansted, and then it gives us another cargo option come November. Alright, so trim is 4.33, so we're going to wind that to about 1/3 of the way up. That is trim. Flight controls, we'll go over to systems. There's full left, full right, neutral, full forward, full back, neutral, full left rudder, full right rudder, neutral. Engine instruments look good, we'll throw them up there. LNAV and VNAV. All right, LNAV is. Oh, I'm not on a SID, so LNAV won't arm until we're in the air. Auto throttle coming on. Warning, recall. Everything is good. All right. Kemble area traffic. Skyways 9700 on D site apron taxiing Alpha to holding point Alpha 1 runway 26 Kemble. So, let's get the taxi light on. Let's get the overhead off. I'm going to give myself a touch of background. On those. And we're going to be taxiing it down that way. Not a lot to see. See if we can get a better look from out here a little bit. Alright, so last thing we're going to do is auto brakes on. We're clear both sides. And we are good to, yeah, no, verify takeoff speeds. I already did that. We are good to go. So, brakes off. And we'll taxi out. So this will be a quick flight. We're only going up to flight level 150. I'm basically flying straight out to link into the star. So here's Alpha and the start of the taxiway. The wind blowing. It's gusting a little bit, but it shouldn't be too bad. This is holding point Alpha 3. We're very light, so we're going to get rolling pretty quickly here. There's Alpha 2. Alpha 1's right around the corner here. There we go. We'll jump back inside. Brakes are on. So fuel flow is checked. Fuel flow is reading correct. V-speeds checked. V-speeds are in place. MCP, nav data, and radios are all checked. We have our takeoff clearance since there is nobody else here. So landing lights are on. Turn-off lights are on. Taxi light is off. Transponder is should really set that to 2000. And that is set to TARA. Traffic is on and on. RTO is set, and clock and runway we will confirm as we move out. Kemble area traffic, Skyways 9700, landing up runway 26, Kemble. Hot air balloons. I saw something about that, yeah. Somebody might do that. Sounds kind of funny. I'm waiting for the FlyUK glider. Let's get ourselves around here. We are lined up. Runway 26 identified. The clock is running. Kemble area traffic, Skyways 9700, departing runway 26, left-hand turnout. Alright. Engines to 40%. I've had some fun time in gliders. Engines 40% and stable. Toga. Oh, I guess we weren't quite lined up.
Airspeed's alive. 80 knots.
Oh, yeah. Getting that wind.
V1.
Up we go. Boy, we're light.
Positive rate of climb.
You're up. Command A is armed. LNAV armed. Making our turn. 196 knots. Go flaps up to 2. Climbing like a rocket here, 5,500 feet per minute. Nose starting to come down for acceleration. Across the pond, yeah. Need one of those big baskets with room for everybody. Flaps 1. .200 knots, flaps all the way up. There's transition level. Standard pressure. So it's marginal VFR currently at Gatwick. Winds are 210 at 10. Broken cloud at 2400. Let's wheel this out a little bit. These are top of climb and top of descent, not too far apart. Well, we're up and going. Through the clouds anyway. Mm, 6,000 feet per minute. We're playing the rocket ship here tonight. It's 10,000 feet. So landing lights up. Those lights will go off. We'll leave everything else on. Nose is down for acceleration. So intercept altitude is okay. Give me the rest of the charts here. .2,000 feet. There's 15,000 coming up. Flight level 150, however you want to call it. We have no traffic in the area, but we do have. He's going to Brussels. We do have a Virgin Atlantic, I think, going into Gatwick, but he's well in front of us, so it shouldn't be an issue. All right, so let's run through everything here. So gear is up, autopilot command A is engaged, auto brake is disconnected, gear lever is set to off. Engine start switches are off. Runway turnoff lights are off. Flaps are fully retracted. Cabin is pressurized. Altimeter is set to standard. Landing lights are off. And seatbelt signs, we're just going to leave them as we are. Alright, getting ready for the destination weather is attained. Arrival data. So we're going to go back to our index, our approach. And we're going to be doing a flaps 30. So 126 will be our landing speed. We'll add 131 for our final approach. And we're going to set this to 2,000 feet. Thanks for the reminder, computer. And that is our final descent altitude. Landing altitude is checked 200 feet. Radios are set. Localizer ILS frequencies. So we want 110.9. 110.9. And we'll do it on the other side as well. 110.9. And our course is 258 at Gatwick. And we're beginning our descent. And set the other one. Gatwick area traffic, Skyways 9700, leaving flight level 150 for the Bedeck 1 Golf arrival, runway 26 left, Gatwick. And we've got to be at 14,000 feet at Bedeck, which we will do. Alright, where was I? So the MTP altitude is set. Altimeters, second there. Minimums for this landing will be 396. So we are on Barrow. Let's go 396. .396 is set. Altimeter. That is the call sign for this flight, Nick. Because it's a scheduled flight on the actual schedule, I'm using the actual call sign for the flight rather than my other one, which is what I use on tours when it's not a scheduled flight. 1014 for the Barrow. 1014 is ready to go. Minimum set approach and missed approach. For the approach, we're coming in on the Bedeck 1. It's going to be the ILS runway 26 left. Missed approach, climb straight to 3,000 feet straight ahead until passing 2,000 or 1 mile from IWW, and then left turn heading 178, then is direct. So we'll set our heading to 258, which it's already set. Exact same heading as the other runway, so we're good on there. So that is set. Auto brake. We're going to be using auto brake 2. And now we're waiting for a transition. Yeah, I had a chat with one of the higher ups at FlyUK, and he kind of explained it to me. So when I'm doing a scheduled flight, like the FlyUK flights on Fridays, they're off the FlyUK schedule. So I'm using the actual call signs that they use for the flights. So could be, I think 2078 was the last one when we flew down to Greece. No, sorry, that's the world tour. We flew to Alicante on the last one. A few clouds out there. You can see them, well, maybe not giving YouTube's compression of dark things, but I can see the clouds and the lights coming through the clouds there as we head down towards the Midhurst VOR. That was the Nick, I gotta figure out the model matching. I get a lot of errors now looking for the AIG stuff. I'm just wondering how to take them out so it doesn't, I don't keep getting the beeps, because I'm using the FS-LTL models now. Alright, you can see the missed approach stuff in blue coming up on the screen. Seeing any other traffic. The other guy is, looks like he's about to start turning for his base and final. I think when we get to down towards Holly, we're just going to go direct to the Mayfield VOR. We're not going to do this little jog out and around, which it's kind of weird. Oh. You want drag? I'll give you some drag. There you go. Has everyone go into Holly, but Holly is kind of a hold point if required. Or sorry, from Willow. So we'll go to Holly and then up to the Mayfield VOR. Probably just go in and do that edit here. So may go after Holly. There we go. That is much better, so we're on our descent. Yeah, I'm finding a few white airplanes for liveries that aren't in there. I'm sure they're going to keep updating it. But you're right, the ease of it over AIG is phenomenal, and I've actually played around with doing the live traffic, like going right off, no multiplayer, no VATSim, turning on the live traffic injection off Flight Radar 24, and it's actually pretty cool. I've got something I'm going to be doing with that. There's, I think that's Gatwick over there. There's where we're headed. So we're through 10,000 feet. Let's get the lights on. Cabin is depressurizing as it should, or it's already depressurized. Landing lights are on, runway turn-off lights are on, and confirm approach is done. Seatbelt signs, not worried about it. And we're going to be going through anyway, so we'll click on the button, switch over to 1014. Definitely got some low cloud out here we're going to be going through. It's all good. Hope the people here don't mind the big jet coming in over their sleeping here. Hey, creative content. Didn't see you pop in there. How's it going? Oh, you haven't tried it yet, Nick? Yeah, it's easy to set up and pretty cool. And it's even got some virtual airlines in it, like the FlyUK liveries are in there, so other people seeing the UKV call sign will get a FlyUK livery, which I'm happy about. It means everyone that flies with me can see me through using FSLTL. Not sure if it's set up to do the Topa Sky, FlyUK, Fly2 differences in the call signs, but I know the FlyUK one is in there. Yeah, that's it, right? You got to be happy with it and use what you enjoy. Alright, so Gatwick's over there, but it's currently under a cloud. There's the coastline. Mayfield have an altitude restriction? Yes, it does, 4,000 feet. You got the day off tomorrow. Oh, we're going to see you flying up in Scotland tomorrow for the start of the Scottish tour. Here's us coming level at 4,000 feet. I got the localizer appearing. IGG, is that it? No, it's IWW. Must be, what airplane are you going to fly for it? There's that wind. Still got a good push there. IGG and, yeah. It'll be IWW when it kicks in and we're actually reading it, the correct one. So 4,000 feet at Mayfield, and then we'll be descending down to 2,000 feet for the intercept. No idea yet? Okay. Beach 18 for me. Hence the videos that came out on the channel a little while ago on flying the Beach 18. Right, speed's down to 220. So below 250 knots, so flaps 1. No, I don't want the speed dropping yet, so I'm going to intervene. Bring the speed to 200. Flaps 5. And speeds under 210, we'll go flaps 10. Can't go any more than flaps 10 in this aircraft or the gear warning horn sounds. So nav course and frequency are in. Speeds are checked. Speed brake is armed. Approach mode, not yet. There's IWW showing up. That's good. We do have the localizer. We'll activate it shortly. We'll wait until we're heading up this way towards it. No aircraft in the area. Turn, we should start down. There's the descent path coming in. There we go. Airport's just over there. And again, this is the Origami Gatwick Airport. Find it's a little bit better on the frames than the freeware off-flight sim.to. Bring the speed down to 185. Feet to go. VOR localizer is armed. I'm not seeing the glide slope yet. There's the airport. $2,500. There's the turn on the localizer. Yeah, it is. There's been some amazing work put out by people. And there is the glide slope. Really impressed by the work that's been done for it. Approach mode is armed. VOR localizer locked. Glide slope is in. And Gatwick traffic. Skyways 9700 established on the localizer, runway 26 left, 10 miles, Gatwick.
Happy landing.
Thank you. Alright, we're down to 2,000, coming down to 2,000 feet where we're going to level off, and then we should pick up the glide slope. Waiting for the glide slope to come alive. It's 2,000 feet. Pretty strong winds. Earlier it was gusting up to, what was it gusting up to? 22 knots. The gust seems to have leveled off or gone away. But we've still got a pretty good slight crosswind from the left. Alright, glide slope is live. I don't know why she's not gone a magenta diamond. Gear down, 6 miles out. Yeah, it's about 12 knots at Gatwick right now, or 10 knots at Gatwick right now. So bringing down our final approach speed down to 131. Flaps 15. Flaps 25. Okay, VOR localizer captured, glide slope captured. And flaps 30. So landing gear is down 3 green. Lights are on. Turn off lights are on. Flaps 30. Auto brake set. And spoilers are armed. And no cautions. Doesn't seem to be too gusty, but it is a steady wind.
One 1,000.
Got about a 7 or 8 degree crab going right now. Tossed a little bit. Get some stuttering. Really getting some stuttering tonight. Control.
Approaching minimums.
Oh, don't stutter.
200. Minimums.
Landing.
$100. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, got her down. Some really bad stuttering tonight. Manual braking. Get her off the runway. Yeah, stuttering kills me on these landings. That's the problem. Let's get across here. Flaps up, speed brake disarmed. Gatwick area traffic, Skyways 9700, clear of runway 26 left, taxiing to Apron Sierra via Juliet Sierra for Skyways 9700 at Gatwick. Put her on the apron in front of the maintenance area. She's rolling. Those lights off. Should have gone to continuous ignition, but forgot. Any news on the GPU? Probably going to be around Christmas time. I'm waiting for a little bit of a payoff on something, so we'll see what happens, but maybe by the end of the year. I definitely got to do something. I need to upgrade my storage. Anyway, you can see it doing little stutters and stuff right now. Definitely, yeah, want to look at that 3080 Ti. Alright, so this is uniform coming up. We don't want uniform. I'll go on to the one past it. You can see a little micro stutters and stuff. It's kind of annoying because it's only a few airports it happens at. Go back inside. It's a little bit better since I'm not viewing the entire airport. Actually, we're gonna go up here. This is, sorry, Tango. This is the maintenance area. We'll call this the Boeing Conversion Facility. We'll park it up here. I saw GPU and I was thinking ground power unit? Ground power unit. What's going on with the ground power unit? Oh, there's the Boeing hangar over there. The main Boeing building on uniform. But we'll put it over here. We'll say this is where they're doing the freighter conversions. park it right in front and they can move it where they want to move it. And there we go. So, first things first, parking brake will come on. There we go. Let's see if they can run us out a ground power unit. Chock the wheels. Get a ground power unit. So not sure what the livery is going to look like when we pick this one up in a couple weeks, but it'll be interesting to see it in its conversion form. Alright, so ground power is available. We'll switch over to ground power. Engines can go off. Jump up top again. Fuel pumps can come off. Turn on the lights. Isolation valve, go to open, and flight directors will go off. Alright, and as soon as they are there, come on, bring us the stairs. Waiting on the engines to finish spooling down. Oh, let's get the rest of the lights off. That light can go off. That light can go off. That light can go off. And we'll get the stairs in. And that is going to do it, guys. When we next see this airframe, she is going to be converted into a cargo. In 2 weeks, we should be flying it up to Stansted from here. Yeah, I like the 747 cargo. It's got a nice look to it. Anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. Thanks for coming along, and we'll be doing this flight again next week when we take the second one up. This Wednesday is our next scheduled stream. We are starting our tour of Scotland, flying old twin-engine airplanes. I'll be flying the Beech 18. And we're starting out of Aberdeen. And Friday we continue with our Fly2 flights. We're currently in Alicante, and we'll be coming back to England. We'll be flying into Leeds Airport. So hope you all have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your week. Talk to you all again soon. Bye for now.